can't even tell the time. You know they like my diamond chain, but I ain't giving them a dime. I'm finna get back to my brothers, all my demons in my soul. I'm ballin' out like I'm Jordan in the 90s. I feel go retarded, man, I'm feeling like a hype beast. Never take a loss, I be stacking on my light green. Only 17, I'm retro, nobody like me. Shorty pulling to the crib, I want her right beside me. She gon' call me frozen, by the way, I'm always icy. The way that she be blowing, I'ma read her, call her Riley. Diamonds on my pinky, she be dancing hella brightly. I be ballin' out like
আচ্ছা মুভ দিও ক্যাস্টার আলাদা রুমে রেফারিতে
Hey, hey, June. I'll be ballin' out like I'm Jordan in the 90s. I feel go retarded, man, I'm feeling like a hype beast. Never take a loss, I be stacking on my light green. Only 17, I'm retro, nobody like me. Shorty pulling to the crib, I want her right beside me. She gon' call me frozen, by the way, I'm always icy. The way that she be blowing, I'ma read her, call her Riley. Diamonds on my pinky, she be dancing hella brightly. Never finna trust about a bitch when I got dollars on my mind. Steady winning with my brothers in the stew, I gotta grind. And I remember when they hated on me, told me I was blind. Now they wanna be my friend because their credit card declined. Yeah, bands in the coupe, bitch, I'm finna skirt it up. To the bitches that be talking, I got money, yo, what's up? Purple babe up on my shirt just like the Cody in my cup. You know the shorty got that ass, I told her, baby, throw it up. Gang in the crew, pulling up to the stoop. And you know I ain't no crip, but my dollar's always blue. Keep it out like a flute, baby, this ain't nothing new. Yeah, the way I make it pop, RP my brother Woo. Shorty love me for the money, I ain't even finna lie. Diamonds on my wrist is shining, I can't even tell the time. You know they like my diamond chain, but I ain't giving them a dime. I'm finna get back to my brothers, all my demons in my soul. I be ballin' out like I'm Jordan in the 90s. I feel go retarded, man, I'm feeling like a hype beast. Never take a loss, I be stacking on my light green. Only 17, I'm retro, nobody like me. Shorty pulling to the crib, I want her right beside me. She gon' call me frozen, by the way, I'm always icy. The way that she be blowing, I'ma read her, call her Riley. Diamonds on my pinky, she be dancing hella brightly. I be ballin' out like I'm Jordan in the 90s. I feel go retarded, man, I'm feeling like a hype beast. Never take a loss, I be stacking on my light green. Only 17, I'm retro, nobody like me. Shorty pulling to the crib, I want.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back again with more Valorant action. Welcome to MCM Valorant PowerPlay. Today we're proud to present to you REG Indominus versus Exceeli Esports. This is the top 8, and big shout out to our sponsor StarTech and our community partners GameVerse and VBC. But today we're gonna be seeing a big matchup. Obviously, the national favorites Exceeli are going up against heavy underdogs REG and Dominus, who have been playing flawlessly throughout this tournament. So I hope we have a action-packed game for you today. The lineups today are looking like Zolo, Duke, Shubs Freak, Sami, and Fancy 9 for Exceeli, and for Indominus, it's Vectron, Adoxol, Yami, XQC, and Rosa. They are looking to get Cypher, Viper, Sova, Reyna, and Jet. So they are probably going for 2 duelist builds, and I guess the early rounds, those duels, those aim battles are gonna be big for entry fragging for Indominus, whereas Exceeli are going for a little bit of a more setup builds with Viper, Cypher, and Sage. So the Sage wall, I'm hoping the Sage wall does get put down on early rounds, but Sami trying to creep up, and they already try to entry and Sami gets taken down, but shooves to trade it off 4v4 already, and the pressure in B is quite heavy. XQC does take down Solo, down to a 2v3, Fancy 9 finishing off Vectron. It's all down to Rosa and XQC to try to retake the site. Duke juking out the first plan, but
planted.
Fancy Knight trying to
Last
push in.
player
Sage gets taken
standing.
down, but Fancy trades him immediately. Oh wait, he is not taken down. Fancy kills him too fast, and Duke finishes off Rosa. And a clean round, somewhat of a clean round, but first round does go to Exceeli.
Blocking sight.
Alright, bomb goes down and all 5 players alive for both
Spike
team, but
planted.
Sami takes down Yummy. Rosa gets tagged down, dashes off, but Sami creeping in with his Spectre. But the right click classic is big and does get the kill, and Shuv's trying to push up and he almost takes him down, but Shuv's finishes him off. Zolo takes down Exceeli. On the other hand, only Cypher left. Vectron, only a classic to work with. He is going to try and get some exit tracks to do some economy damage, but Fancy 9 waiting to finish him off as well. 2 rounds for Exceeli. So we're going to be seeing the first buy round coming in. Dominus going for...
Oh, this is a nice spot. This goes here.
all 5 players buying Vandals. Actually, 2 players are going to be trying playing bonus with 2 Spectres and 2 Sheriffs.
Toxins going up. Ores and orb emitting.
Are trying to
Toxin
pressure
screen down.
up to B site.
Caught one.
A site, I mean, pushing up halls,
Found my
and
wire.
the wall comes in, but Vectron is not checking that angle, and Fancy 9 takes him down immediately, and it's going to be a 4v5. But Exceeli misses his shot, and oh my god, Zolo gets that easy kill. Yami finishes him off and almost take down Fancy, but Fancy is waiting there to take him down, and Adoxal pushing up to ropes and finishing off Fancy 9. It's going to be a 1v3, 2v3. Only Rosa and the Viper left. Rosa trying to take down the player, but his teammate gets taken down, and he's spraying away while Sage is trying to get that kill. The smoke does give him some time, and he takes down only one player left, 1v3, and Duke finishes him off with the Sheriff. Rosa gets taken down. It's going to be the 3rd round in for Exceeli. Indominus almost looking like they were going to steal a round, but Exceeli just too quick to answer back to any retake that Indominus threw in their face, and already 3 rounds on the board. With the bonuses, they did pick up the Vandals, and they have way too much money to work with now. Yami is going to throw that recon dart to get some information. I think Solo might get spotted here, but going to fall back. Shuv's trying to spot any player lurking in, and he's going to find Rozak. He gets taken down immediately. Sage is there to heal him up.
Take flight.
The drone is going to go in, and he's going to find a player, and Zolo already creeping up to door, and XQC. He has his back turned, but Zolo is not picking that angle. The Viper wall is still there to cover him, but Zolo does get the kill. It's going to be a 2v5. It is an eco round, so there isn't much to expect. It's all down to 2 players now, and Duke finishes off Yami. It's going to be 1 player left. Vectron only with a Sheriff to work with. If he does get 1 or 2 kills, it might do some damage, and Zolo gets spotted and taken down immediately. That was a clean shot from Vectron. He does spot 1, takes down 1, and maybe the 3rd. No, Duke does finishes him off with the Sheriff. Be 4 rounds on board for Exceeli. Only 1 player lost in that duel.
Keep up.
The setups are not working out for Indominus at all. Exceeli just bursting through their defenses. 3 players are going to peek through door and try to take control immediately. The drone goes in. XQC trying to spot something, but the Sova does get traded off. Sami just trading in, and XQC just waiting for Zolo there. Finishes him off. It's going to be a 4v3 now. Vectron does hear the footsteps going back. He's going to try and push up and anticipate that play, and Rosa trying to spot a player, but Fancy9 already too fast, but Rosa not giving him any chance. Showstreak does spot one player. XQC just waiting there for him to peek, but the advantage does not work in his favor at all. Showstreak too quick to respond. It's just going to be a 2v3 now, but Sova is too low. Indominus might be seeing the first round on board for them, unless Showstreak does find Vectron here, but Vectron finishes him off, only down to Jet now. Sami in a 1v3. But all 3 of them have their ults, but they're not looking to use them at all, because at this point, you would want to save whatever you have and try to finish this player off. Jet slowly trying to lurk in, but does not want to give any chance to Sami. We know he is capable of taking these 1v3s and turning them around. He has already found a lot of space.
10 seconds left.
Spike planted. Poison's gone. Oh, was that important?
Not enough fuel. Not a toxin screen down. Poison orb emitting. Poison's off. Toxins going up. Toxin screen down.
Last player standing.
Oh, was that important?
Okay, yeah, wait. Nether is sadly current gone, so I gotta cast. Nevertheless, it's round number 7 ongoing right now, with 4 rounds for Exceeli Esports and 2 rounds for Resurgent. Hey, Nether, you're back, bro.
Yes, this should do. That goes there.
XQC aggressing towards the enemy. The drone does not spot him, but he gets... Wait, what? Sami expected that, and he got the frag onto XQC. Quick frag with Vectron with his position reveal. Duke could get the headshot onto Vectron. Fancy9 gets taken down by Rosa. Yami uses the ulti. He tags one, he gets 2, I guess. He takes 1 kill. He might get the second kill, and he does get the second kill as well. It's a 2v3 right now. Exceeli trying to defend the bomb plant. Zolo crazy within his ulti. The drone gets. Oh wait.
Last player standing.
This is big. Rosa takes down Zolo. All down to Shufrix. Spots one, misses his shot, and he gets the headshot from Rosa, and he's down.
Thanks.
Hey, Nether, you back?
Yep.
Oh, wait, you can guess.
Sorry, we had a little bit of an electricity outage, but regardless. So 3 rounds on the board for Indominus. They seem to be coming back. Exceeli, I haven't really watched it, but I guess they were, they kind of lost control of the momentum they had. So it's going to be interesting to see how if they can bounce back or not, or Indominus can hold on to this momentum they're going with. Rosa does have an operator,
Out of my way.
and Exceeli has kind of an odd buy to work with, and Adoxal just taking down Shivs already, and that knives are gonna just work out very well. Fancy9 with another kill as well. The ult works in, and it is gonna give away his position. Fancy9 gets spotted, taken down by Yummy, and XQC is there to trade off Sami. It's just gonna be a 1v2 all down to Zolo. He does spot one, trying to get that kill with the Sheriff. Smoke goes in, and he is gonna spam all the way. Just 16 health left, and Yummy finishes him off, ending it with a 4-4 all. Back again to square one. Both teams looking very strong and not giving up any space for each other. Exceeli with a perfect score of 6 kills onto every single player. Did they lose their operator? I'm not sure. I think Rosa did lose his operator, but that's fine because all 5 of them do still have Vandals to work with. Exceeli playing a bit defensive now, not aggressing unnecessarily. Indominus seem to be getting the flow of the game, making sure Exceeli's not getting those early pickoffs. And I feel like most of the games in Bangladesh have this weird touch to it, where most of the early round games are about how many aim duels you can get and how much entries you can get, and just pushing on to those entries. And as you can see, Vectron and Reina holding down the side. Zolo trying to get any sort of angle. XQC is gonna overextend, but it doesn't matter. Zolo not expecting that kill. Duke is gonna push in, but XQC almost taking him down, but Duke finishes off XQC. That's gonna leave a little opening. The ult is gonna bring back his teammate, and he's gonna just spray in, and Vectron gets 2, almost gets the 3rd with that spray. Duke finishes him off, and Sami just pushes up and finishes off Yummy. It's gonna be a 2v3, and the favor does go for Exceeli, and Fancy9 not being able to lurk. Rosa just waiting, and that dash is not gonna go as planned, and that jump is gonna be the end of Rosa. But Adoxal there to finish off Duke. It's gonna be a 1v1 all down to Viper to try and retake this, but Sami, we know what he's capable of, and it's gonna be a really hard challenge for him, and Sami just waiting for Adoxal around the corner, just finishes him off for a 5th round on the board for Exceeli. Indominus definitely giving a strong fight against Exceeli, and they're definitely having a tough time getting those rounds on the board. We see that operator coming back in the Indominus side. This time Vectron with the operator, but Rosa with just a shorty to work with. Vectron holding that angle. That jiggle peek is gonna be ending that peak for Vectron. The cage comes in. The spams are trying to get some information. Shockguard is gonna make it a little harder. Fancy9 pushing up with the cage of his own, but
there.
Not gonna matter. XQC just waiting and holding it down patiently. Vectron as well, but he gets spotted. He's gonna have to fall back. That opens a big gap into the site. The wall is gonna work as a barrier for them to not see, and Sage Wall comes in, and XQC realizing the plant bomb is going down.
Spike planted.
Be a 4v5. Slow orb goes in, and Sami just smoking it off, but that angle that XQC just finds is incredible. Takes down Duke. Camera is gonna spot Fancy9, but doesn't matter, he's behind cover, and the Jet gets spotted, gets taken down. All the players just getting spotted left and right. They all know there's 3 players there. The post plant is there to defend it, and one player gets taken down by Fancy. They know Fancy's waiting in that corner, and those 2 players are the bigger problem. Fancy and take down 2, and Vectron XQC does finish both players off, only down to Zolo now in a 1v2. He's gonna finish 1 player, but he doesn't actually get it. XQC does take him down, and they have time for the defuse.
Gun here.
Indominus just bringing it all the way back and making it 5-all. An incredible play from all the players. Exceeli surely feeling the pressure, not being able to turn things around the way they wanted to. The post plan was there, the wall was there, there was Sova Darks working. Fancy9 got 2 kills himself, but it didn't matter overall. At the end, they still fell short. XQC aggressive again towards mid, trying to find whoever he can, but Duke is waiting there, and that wall is going to work as a barrier, but he gets spotted, but XQC finishes him off. Fancy9 trying to jiggle, and Yami gets taken down by only a sheriff. That is big for Exceeli, that find, but he's not even going to anticipate for that Vandal. They're going to try and get that bomb back, but Vectron already pushed up. He knows there's 2 players, and he flushed, but misses his shot. Zolo, what are you doing? Zolo trying to get that kill, and that sniper duel is surely going to be won in the first. Both players just missing. I guess Zolo was not missing as much, but Vectron missing both his shot, ending up dying to a Marshall.
I know exactly where you are.
Cypher with that ult is gonna get a lot of information. They know there's just 1 player waiting towards B and A, and the Viper just roaming around. They're gonna have to play this more carefully, and I think they're trying to favor the B site more, try to go around, try to lurk in. Fancy9 is still waiting there
30 seconds
towards
left.
Hall, and he's gonna try and push up and lurk and make sure the backstab is in place. Viper will not be expecting this push. He is gonna be found short, but it doesn't matter. The 90-degree turnaround ends Fancy9. That kill would have been huge for Exceeli.
10 seconds left.
But it doesn't matter. They have to push right now, but there's already Rosa waiting. Finishes off both player incredibly, making it a 6-5, and Indominus take the lead. XQC and Rosa just making those incredible plays, taking the lead, and Fancy9, just when he needed to step up and get that kill, fell short, but he is performing well for his team, getting those important frags. But right, Solo, I mean, XLE are going to be calling a technical timeout. Well, I feel like both teams are playing very slow and tactically, making sure they aren't doing any unnecessary mistakes, but it all comes down to those 1v3s or 1v2s, or those last minute plays that brings them the round. And as rough as it seems for XLE, I feel like they still aren't in the worst position right now, other than the fact that if they lose this round, it's going to be really hard for them to come back from the 2-round save that they're going to have to go through, especially this half. This is the last round, and oh wait, no, I don't think they're going to be saving because this is the last round, my bad. But regardless, I'm sorry guys, I cast CSGO, so bear with me regardless. 6-5 last round. They have 3 ults to work with, but one of the players gets taken down by XQC and Sami just waiting there, not being able to entry frag. Shuf's Ed gets taken down by Rosa. Zolo finishes off Vectron. It's going to be a 4v3. Flash does not work out, and Fancy and Rosa both missing their shots, and the ult is going to bring back one player, but Rosa just takes down Duke immediately. Rosa with the double and the triple quad kill for this round. He's going to try and go for the ace, but Sami is going to deny that ace. It's going to be a 1v3 for Sami, but Yami just waiting with the backstab finishes off the half with a 7-5 for Indominus. Regardless of how Exceeli is playing, I think Indominus just has an answer. And as I said, those individual plays are just making it so much harder for Exceeli to just push up.
Hmm? Hmm. Right. Okay. Understood.
Regardless, 7-5 for Indominus.
There.
Right, so it's gonna be interesting to see how Indominus is gonna push through this defense, since XLE side do look very controller heavy, and they're gonna try and slow down any rush that Indominus is planning to do. And we know how XLE is when they're trying to defend. It's very tedious and slow process, and it gets really hard as time goes by. Sami just waiting for any sort of mistakes. Solo waiting around that wall, and Yami, they're all trying to fall back and slowly trying to peek. Yami gets spotted, Sami already takes him down. It's down to a 4v5 already, and that is not looking good for Indominus. Adoxal recovering that ghost from his teammate. Duke gets taken down by Excruci on the other side, but Zolo is there to trade him off. It's going to be a 3v4, and these duels are being really costly, and as I say it, the bomb gets dropped. Adoxal failing to protect it, but Zolo is in that tight angle. Vectron finishing off Fancy 9. It's going to be a 2v2, but Rosa, he has a long soul to work with, and Zolo just working that timing perfectly, finishing off Rosa. Left. It's going to be all down to Vectron in a 1v2. He knows one player is there, but he has no idea about the other player waiting around. And Zolo playing very patiently, already tagging down Vectron. He's definitely given the call to his teammate. Vectron is going to have to work with both angles, and Vectron finish off Zolo. It's going to be all down to Sova. And Sova playing it very well. Shiv's making sure he knows what he's doing. He already is waiting for Vectron onto A, but the timing, there's no time, and Vectron gets taken down right after time ends, and it's going to be 6th round for XLE. Time was definitely not in their favor. They have to try and work their way back, and as I said, this tedious defense is going to be very difficult when it comes to Indominus.
Keep up.
And Zolo just playing it very well, holding down that bomb, not giving away anything. Sami finishing off Vectron. He didn't even need a headshot. Vectron did not have any armor to work with. Yami coming back and picking up whatever was left, and Fancy 9 finishes off Rosa, and Zolo takes down Edoxal as well. This is looking like a flawless round from Exceeli unless XQC and Yami pull off a miracle. Solo just waiting around that corner. Yami trying to find any sort of peek, any sort of opening. He's gonna throw a recon dart, but Poison Orb comes in. And he's rudely told to just back off, but he's gonna find Zolo, gets taken down. That's gonna be one less Spectre to work with. Sami takes down Yami. It's gonna be down to XQC to try and salvage whatever is left. Only has a classic to work with, and XQC gets spotted. Just tapping away, but not being able to finish him off. And Sami is just there to kill that last player left with his Marshall. It's going to be a 7-7 for both teams. Sami just beautifully playing that Marshall, and it's really hard to fight against that Marshall in the second round because not a lot of players will be buying armor and they're going to try and save, but that 1-2 shots is just way too much damaging for a second round buy, and Duke is planning to just wall it off immediately now. Sami missing his shot. He's playing bonus. All the players not buying or upgrading, and Marshall missing its target. The dash comes in from Rosa, and that Spectre is not going to be spotting anything yet. Rosa's still patiently playing. He's going to try and get that cover. Fancy9 already taking down one player, XQC, and Rosa just finishes off both players, and Solo getting that kill with his ghost. But it doesn't matter. Yami just waiting there, taking him down, all down to Sami and Shivs now. Shivs finally breaks off the wall, but it's going to be too late. The shock dart comes in, might take down Yami, but it's not going to be worth it for him because he's going to go down. But Sami almost getting that shot. Yami finishes him off with a 3 kill on this round. It's going to be an 8-7 and back to the lead for Indominus. Exceeli just not being able to hold down the rounds, and Indominus just giving a real hard time for Exceeli to be able to hold down any lead. And as we said, this game is expected to be very close since both teams are looking really strong throughout this tournament. As we can see, they're really favoring a side this time, just pushing up all the way. Sami waiting for a peek. Araxal does get spotted. Sami waiting for any sort of peek coming in, but both teams just playing super safe, not giving away any sort of information. Araxal does get spotted again, but they are trying to fall back and get some space. Meanwhile, the B side is completely empty and they're trying to rotate back, and Exceeli already rotated all the way. Duke did wall that short area, but it doesn't matter. Fancy9 already pushed up mid, and it seems to me that Indominus is trying their best to find some sort of peaks and trying to lure into B. There is a Cypher trap there to slow them down, but I don't know how much that's going to be working out for them.
30 seconds left.
They are preparing their entry right now. The smokes are going to go in. The walls are going to go in. They did spot the wire. Rosa dashing up all the way to backside. Duke not being able to defend it properly yet. They did finally manage to take down the site. They're going to try and plant the bomb here. The ult goes in for Viper. It's going to be a little difficult, but the spike goes down through the spams, and Zolo just pushing up, and he's gonna find Jet on the back lines, and Viper gets spotted as well. He gets taken down. Sami finishing up. Adoxal, only one player. Oh, never mind. It's just not one player left. Everyone's dead. The round's secured for Exceeli. I didn't. What the? Okay, that was fast.
Yes, this should do.
Huh. Anyways, the bomb did not go down. That means they don't have as much money as they wanted, forcing Adoxol to just work with a Sheriff. But they are going to have 4 Vandals to work with, and Sami picking up that Operator and still holding on to it. Solo already ulting into B site to force them back, anticipating some sort of B rush, but I think it was the right call since they did try and favor B, but this ult is going to be kind of troublesome for them, forcing them to squeeze down to one position. They're going to try and work their way towards mid, and already XQC you can see pushing back, and he does spot Duke, and the slow orb goes in. XQC just trying to get those entry, all the players up there, and Solo just waiting patiently, just letting Duke do all the work. He does finally spot one, takes down 2. Vectron and Yummy finishes off Duke and Solo. That is going to be the bomb planet for them, but Shubs is there to just throw his darts left and right. Yummy does get damaged a little bit, but the drone is gonna force him to get stuck in that corner, and Shubs is gonna take that advantage, and the Vectron just left with a little bit of health, and Sami just overkilling it with the Operator, making it a 9-8 for Exceeli.
Spike diffused.
And the lead is gonna go in favor of Exceeli. Both teams just slowly crawling their way towards victory, not giving up any sort of big leads to any of the teams.
That goes there.
I think they are going to try and save this round in
here.
Indominus. They don't have
Yes, this should do.
the economy to buy this round. They're going to try and work with 4 Sheriffs and try to pull off something. Maybe 2-3 kills or a bomb plant might
Get out of
come
my
as
way.
worth it. Hunter is not gonna spot much. The orb gets picked up by the Viper. Duke already walling it off completely. The door gets triggered, and XQC and Yummy not being able to push up halls, and Fancy9 gets taken down by Yummy through the spam. That was a little sloppy coming from Fancy9, but it is what it is. Sami already pushing up. He's not gonna expect it, and he is gonna try and fall back all the way. They do have that information to work with now, but Duke taking down Vectron, and Indominus getting that opening with 2 kills, but Shuvs is there to shut it down. It's gonna be 2v3. Does not look that well for Exceeli. It's a 2v3 now. Just Shuvs and Zolo holding it down, and as you can see, Rosa already picked up an Operator, so we're gonna have to see. Both teams can win this. Shuvs is gonna actually see trying to bait out whatever is coming, but Shuvs already turning his, but the timing is not right, and Rosa misses his shot. He still has an Operator to work with, takes down Shuvs. They might have this round in the bag, but they have no time. Zolo just waiting patiently, takes down 1, but Rosa is there to finish him off with a thrifty 9-9. They did pull off an eco round. This is going to be huge because now Exceeli are going to be thinking to themselves that how they can play this round and try to bring back whatever was lost, since they won't have much if they lose this round. They're going to go into a save, which might be problematic going forward. Recon Dart gets taken down immediately. XQC just waiting patiently for any sort of noise or push, any peaks, but Exceeli all the way back and not giving up anything. Sami gets spotted, but he immediately falls back to a safer position. XQC is going to back off as well. Both teams just showing so much respect, but Vectron all the way there and pushed up. Zolo was not expecting that. He is going to give away a lot of information. Fancy9 throwing that cage. Now Indominus does have the info that there is nobody in B. The bomb is going to go down, but Exceeli takes down Sami. It's going to be big for him. Just a 4v3 left. Fancy
Spike
9
planted.
not getting spotted. He does hear that footstep. He's going to give that information to his teammates. There's going to be 2 players coming all the way back. Rosa waiting for Shubs. Gets taken down, and it's all down to the Sage and Cypher now against the 2v4. They have a long
Player standing.
toll, and both players just coordinatedly killing and ending the round to a 10-9. As I've said, now they're in a bit of a pinch with no money to work with, but I guess they are trying to force it out. Fancy down buying that Phantom and full shield, but okay, now he went back to the Spectre. They're gonna try and not force it out, because they do have to save and try to get the following rounds. Still a 10-9, and it's anybody's game. That eco round win from Indominus gave away a lot of favors. Like Fancy 9 finishing off 1, but it's not gonna be enough. Exceeli just spotted that player through the wall, but doesn't matter. The shock dart goes in. It's gonna be annoying to deal with, but shock dart does not connect. The ult goes in. Gonna be a 4v4, but Shuvs just finishes off Viper. It's now down to a 4v3. Still in favor of XLE, and XLE's just surviving another player. Now it's a bit problematic now because it's gonna be a 4v3 on one player already getting taken down. Fancy 9 finishes off that other. Yami just taking down 3 with his ult. It's huge, and only down to Sami, and he's gonna get taken down. The bomb is getting defused, and he doesn't have time. And that beautiful kill from Yami, finishing off the 4 kill on the board for him in this round. What are you doing, Yami? You cannot do that. That is insane. He just ults and takes down 3 players immediately, making it 11 rounds on the board for his team. Coming off huge. XLE might be in big troubles. They are in deep waters right now, because if they lose this buy round, then Indominus has match point, and they're gonna have to try and get this round on the board, because this is probably the most important round for XLE in this map. Duke already walling himself up to spot whoever is mid, but Adoxal just there to finish him off, and Solo trying to spot any players, but nobody there. Vectron almost getting spotted. Solo just waiting patiently for any sort of noise, any sort of opening. And Vectron gets taken down by Solo with that clean headshot. Exceeli does hear a lot of players towards A. He has to try and find an opening. He knows there's a player waiting for him, but not gonna give any sort of information. Sami trying to spot any players, but Yami just finishes off Zolo immediately, and Sami just take him down back to a 3v3. That recon dart is gonna give Adoxal position away, and Sami just again with the 3rd kill back to back. Shivs misses his shot, but does recorrect himself with that strafe, taking down Exceeli, bringing his team back to a 10-11. But
This is a nice spot.
they do have money to work with, so they can still buy this round. But this is gonna be the round that's gonna determine who wins and loses. If Indominus loses this round, they're not gonna be in the most favorable position, going 11-11 against Exceeli, and Exceeli would not want to lose this round and give the match point to the other team, because they're gonna have to go into somewhat of an eco, well, not an eco, but a mix buy. They're gonna have to try and force it out. Regardless, the drone goes in. Solo not wasting any time. Destroying his poison orb immediately. Trying to slow down any sort of push. He is gonna conserve his poison.
Here.
Sami already
Poison
pushing
orb
up. The
emitting.
wall goes up from Indominus, but Zolo using up both his venoms,
Poison's
and
off.
now I think they were just trying to bait off whatever the Viper had in store. Now would be the perfect time to kind of push, but Exceeli still has that wall to work with, and we're gonna have to see how they're gonna use this entry. Exceeli destroying his
30
flash, the
seconds
wall
left.
goes in, and another flash goes in. Zolo trying to creep in, but he's not getting any sort of space. Sami trying to spam whoever is on the other side. The bomb is still not going down. There's just 16 seconds left. They have to get this bomb down, but they're not being able to, not getting any sort of space. Exceeli just
10 seconds
cleanly
left.
taking down everyone. Only one player left, and Rosa gets taken down, bringing it back to an 11-all for both teams. That was a complete disaster for Indominus. Not being able to plant the bomb, and I guess the timing was just not right. They did not have the heart to push in through those defenses. Just all the players of Exceeli doing an amazing job taking down the players inside the site. And it's really hard to try and get those angles right and try to get those opening. And Zolo just changing up his play, and this is amazing seeing both players just working amazingly, trying to switch up every time he has an ult, just closing that site off early in the round, making it so difficult to get into B site. This does push up those players towards A a little bit, and Sami trying to use this wall as an advantage to him to try and get any sort of peaks. Sova is there for Sami to pick off, but might not work out for him. Just not giving up any sort of position, trying to jiggle and spot whoever's there, and Rosa already keeping through that Viper ult. Sami already taking down Yummy, finally being able to exploit that wall. Vectron gets spotted. He's gonna try and remove that dart. XQC knows there's a player there, but Fancy 9 with that turnaround, but Vectron there to trade it off. Duke not being able to get that trade. Edoxal there to
30 seconds
finish
left.
off Shivs as well, bringing it back to a 2v2. Edoxal finishes off Duke, but Exceeli
Spike down
Sami
mid.
is there to finish off Edoxal, bringing it back to a 1v2. Now all down to Vectron, and he does not want to lose this round. This is gonna be the match point. This is going to be the decider. If he loses this round, it's
10
all over
seconds
for his
left.
team. He has to try and win this. But Zolo is waiting there, and Vectron has no idea where the player is. He does know Sami is there, and he now finally spots him, but there's no time. It's over, and he dies after that. Oh my
Match
lord, he does not have money to work with in the final rounds. They're gonna try and have half armors and somewhat of a makeshift buy with just specters to work with. This is not looking good for Indominus. They had such an amazing lead, but well, I wouldn't say amazing. It was close, but they could not be in a worse position than this at the moment. But they could try, if they can pull off a miracle and end this round in a good note and try to make it 12-12 and bring it to overtime, they have a fair chance to winning this game. The flash is gonna blind him off, but Zolo gets spotted. He's gonna try and run away, but Shivstreak is there to finish off XQC. Finishes his dream of flanking Zolo. It does not work out in his favor. Shiv's already looking to creep up. He has so much space created and so much information gathered. All the players just creeped up in the ult. Sami already pushing up. Yami finishes him off, and Zolo there to kill him too with that spray, making it a 3v2. Still in favor of
Last player standing.
that player. Gonna be a 3v2 now. Exceeli just finishes it off, and it's gonna be a GG's long as defused, and
Defenders win.
the ult does not work out either. That is gonna be the end of the game, and I guess it was. I wouldn't say it's a letdown. I would say Indominus did perform very well. They gave an amazing fight, and they should go out of this game with their heads high. And fair play to XLE. They were the better team, and they made sure that even when they were losing, they brought back the control of the game and made sure the round went in their favors and finished the game strong. And yeah, just Indominus had a tough time trying to hold that lead, and I guess XLE were just the better team. But regardless, thank you everyone for coming. We have more Valorant action coming in. This tournament has been a bit of a bumpy ride with a lot of issues here and there, but we're trying to give you the best we can at the moment, and hopefully we can give you better Valorant tournaments and other tournaments, whatever MCM is planning to do in the future. But regardless, thank you all for coming. Thank you all for watching. Please like, share, and comment on our stream. And for now, it's gonna be me signing off, and hope to see